Well, good afternoon. It's March 29th, 2024 on a Friday. A little after lunchtime. Marie and I thought we'd grab some shrimp and come up today. She has the next 5 days off. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. She has actually Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to finish off Holy Week. As you know, in the Philippines, they celebrate a lot of the Catholic holidays with extended time. Today is Good Friday. That's why there's no workers here. This is the place where she has a house, some property here. There's the gravel and the rock, and the shade cover is kind of all temporary there. On her property, and the new extension to her house there, it's under construction. So I thought I would show a little bit on how they build here out of block. Like I said, the workers are off. There's 5 guys working on this. There's the neighbors right there. They pin right up to the back fence. It's a lot of concrete work. They have rebar running through it, welded wire. Her brother's doing this for her. But it's really a nice building project. And I've done hundreds of these in my life. But never like this. Now I can't get involved in this because I'm not allowed to work here. They use a lot of rebar. In the blocks. And if you look at the blocks, oh, there's her and her daughter. We're setting up a little picnic table because we brought a bunch of shrimp over. We're going to cook up some shrimp for her and the kids. Because all this gets skim coated. And in the US, we would take those blocks, we would stack them. Look at how wide they are. They're not very wide if you look at the end of that wall. There's her daughter cleaning the table off for us. And Maria. If you look at the way the blocks are, we stack blocks and neatly scrape off the outsides. It's not the way they do it here. They leave it roughed in. They leave the concrete spilled out of the blocks. It looks odd to us, but there's a 1-inch skim coat that goes over each side of those blocks, which makes them back to the size of a regular block. They do it this way because it comes out super smooth. See how rough it looks? And it looks like the grout lines are even missing concrete. A little spilled out here and there. There's a purpose for this. When the skim coat goes over that, it makes it adhere. It goes in there, into the cracks, and that's all poured block down the tops with rebar running everywhere. up and down and sideways. There's our bags of concrete. There is no concrete mixers here. See how rough that looks? To us, that looks like, whoa. But when the skim coat goes on there, it looks beautiful. And as a building strength deal, that is the proper way to do it. Then, of course, we've got some bottles of Coca-Cola, some orange drink, and big bottles of Red Horse, which is beer, Philippine beer, the Royale, the orange drink. And there's still a hammock up in the back here. The workers, when they're here, they don't live around here. She's fixing up the karaoke machine. So when the workers are here, they've been here for about 3 weeks now, putting these blocks up, maybe a month. But they sleep in hammocks here. Maria has a wonderful voice. You're going to hear it on Sunday. There's some Red Horse down in there. Bottles of Red Horse. Those are liter bottles. And there are some of those red top bottles. Those are apple beer. That's for Sunday. Final day of the Holy Week. It is Easter. So we have ordered, which you saw in my video yesterday, we picked out the other door. Oh, there's her engagement ring. I had to show that. We're going to throw a lechon party. There's the new groom coming up. And I'm just checking out the job site. I haven't seen it in, I think I came over here on, I forget what day, Wednesday. Further back than that, it might have been Friday. Maybe it was last payday. We had a shrimp feed and some barbecue and some Red Horse beer with the boys. We were standing in the master bedroom. This is the hallway CR and shower. Comfort room or bathroom. That's the hallway one in between the 2 bedrooms for the kids. And she's trying to get she just got some new speakers put on her karaoke machine. She's starting to sing. But it'll be cranked up on Sunday. I will be doing a video of that. There's about 50 people coming to this event. She went out and rented a bunch of chairs, tables. This is where a window goes for one of the bedrooms. Then, of course, when it's all done, the floor all gets filled in and a concrete slab poured in. Very interesting the way it's done here, because everything is built on its own wall foundation, inside and outside. Then the slab poured. which really locks everything in. It's an interesting process to watch. And so far, the conduit, which is a flexible conduit, the sewer lines have already been put in. They put that in a couple weeks ago, which run over to a septic system. They have an existing septic and they're putting in another one for this house because there's a house next door. I don't know what she's going to do with that one. That ding was my phone going off. It's 11 o'clock at night and she's saying, good night. Because we're meeting in the morning on Saturday, downtown Dumaguete, to pick up some supplies at Kang's. It's a store. Then she'll probably be going back home. Yeah, they buried all the sewer lines in there. I watched them do that. That's pretty much the same process as United States, except before we put up any walls or anything like that, we run sewer lines first. They dig the holes, and you can see some running there. They put the sewer lines down in it. Before they pour the slab. We do it before we pour the slab, before the walls go up, because in standard way we build things is we build the exterior with block and the interior with wood. These are built block inside and out. Inside walls, outside walls. Now this is standing in, they knocked the wall down in the existing house because it's connected. And that's the wall in the makeshift kitchen. Now they took, there's a bathroom CR inside. And to do the sewer line and the new septic line, they had to eliminate that existing bathroom in the existing house, move it outside into a section. See, the house is kind of tore apart. So they have a bathroom outside on the patio. So they have a place to go. These guys got it all figured out. So it's kind of a construction site. And if you had anything built or redone in your house, this is what I did for a living, your house area is going to be a mess. And those blocks that are sitting there are about enough blocks to finish what they have to do. Then it's going to be a lot of concrete and a lot of sand. Finish work. Skim coating. And there is the house next door, I'm going to show you right now. See that wall by that door? That's the way the skim coat looks when it's done. And there's the way it looks raw. I mean, when you want to build something like hurricane proof, we do in the United States, there's the chairs and tables she rented. I mean, I don't know how you would huff and puff and blow this house down. Because in Dumaguete and the Philippines, there's typhoons that come through. Now, the typhoons don't make it over here too much because they go on the outer islands. So very rarely does a typhoon hit Dumaguete area. We get a lot of the outskirts of it, like the rains and wind, but not typhoon. A lot of the other islands really get hit hard. But this is pretty a safe island. In the back part, and you get a beautiful view of the mountains over there. And there's a guy building a place off in the distance, back in there, a brand new construction over there, on his land. Valencia Mountains off in the distance. This is in Cebulan. I'll get the pronunciation of it right one of these days. I have a hard time with names over here. Cebulan. Well, you can see all the steel structures that go up, that all the blocks are attached to, welded to. Rebar were welded from steel structures. So it's steel and concrete. Throw a match in there, there ain't nothing to light on fire. So, I mean, the fire danger is about zero. They don't have any sprinkler systems or fire alarm codes or anything like that, because you don't need it. There's the other house being built over there. They got a block wall around it. You got some banana trees, some coconut trees, and an old shed sitting there. Storage shed. There's power lines running right over the top. So the property looks kind of a mess because it's got stuff everywhere. Now this is fried rice pudding put in banana leaves and cooked. And she's showing me all about it. Now that's like a rice pudding. Very nice and sweet. There's some in the bowl there that is a rice pudding, but this is, and there's coconut milk in there. Very good. She's gonna let me try some. Some of the neighbors just gave her that when we were coming over here. Now that orange drink, we got like Orange Crush in the US, that's called Royale right there. That's their version of it. So I'm gonna try this. It's hot, very hot. And boy, is it good. It's like, it could almost be like a dessert. They do that a lot with bananas too. But we're sitting here snacking on this, getting ready to go inside and cook up a batch of shrimp. There's some of that rice pudding that they gave her. And of course, being a foodie, this is something I ate a lot in the South. Very little growing up where I lived, but in the South when I lived down there in the United States, rice pudding was very popular. So now they got a whole bunch of different versions of it here, because rice is a daily part of their diet. And we had to pick up those chairs on Wednesday. Her brother went and picked them up. There's 50 chairs and a bunch of tables, and you rent them from, I believe, the Barangay, which is the local, we call them our city hall. And she got all those for 1,000 pesos for Sunday Easter. But we had to get them early on Wednesday because they were closing for the holiday. Everybody shuts down, which for businesses and all that, it starts on Wednesday. They start shutting things down. That's why she's off so long. And I think her daughter's going to run down to the store and pick up some ice cream for us.
Let her go without her money. Then she'll get there, go ahead, and you have to come all the way back.
Basically, it's for her. We already had a ice cream on our way up here, and we told her, so she says, I really want some ice cream. So she's going to run down to the local Sorry store that's right down at the end of the road. It's where everybody shops local here.
Get her crafting going.
Got Maria's helmet on.
Video.
Her daughter's about the nicest girl you'll ever meet. And I'm getting to know Maria's son a little by little. We got both our bikes parked over there in the shade. We're coming out of winter time. During the winter time, the temperatures hang around 84 degrees during the day. Go down in the 70s for nighttime. Now, we're going into springtime. So it's starting to get up around 90 degrees during the day. That's this part of the Philippines temperature range. And then it'll go up pretty close to 94 during the summer. And if you ever lived in Florida, kind of the same temperature range. Winter, summer, spring. But as you can see, when it's 90 degrees out, you go in the shade, it's very cool. Almost very low humidity. And it has an average humidity here, where in Florida, you don't have an average humidity. There's a huge amount of humidity. And her daughter's heading out on the highway. She'll go scoot around, do her thing. Of course, she hasn't got her driver's license yet. They don't worry about that for a while, because they start riding scooters around when they're very young. She's probably been riding a scooter around the area and on the highways for 5 years, probably. Maybe 10. Scooter is their thing. Of course, with karaoke, they start very young. As soon as they can walk, I think they start singing karaoke. I'm going to try it now. There's the block wall that's butted back up to the temporary kitchen there. And they had to build that block wall and keep the kitchen still operating, which is eventually going to be tore out. We've got a boil pot going. I'm sure glad Maria and her family loves shrimp. One of my favorites. But we're only finding these size shrimp. They're not real big. First time we bought some a while back, they were twice that size. They're ocean shrimp. They have a whole bunch of different ones. Once they get a little bigger than that, they almost double in price. which for our lechon party, we do plan on picking up some more shrimp. So we may go with the larger size so people don't have to pick at the shrimp as many times. They can just grab one. And the larger ones seem to peel easier. And I think she might have said these were farm shrimp. Got a lot of cayenne pepper in there, a lot of garlic, all boiled up, salt and pepper. Daughter's helping with the pots. That's kind of a medium hot boil pot there. Oops, she's gonna put a little more pepper in there. Chili powder. I think it may even be some cayenne. But she wants to get it real spicy because we take that, do all the shrimp. When it's boiling like that, which loosens up the shell. Unfortunately, you see it's cooling down the water. When that boil stops and you put shrimp in, it doesn't loosen the shell as much. So you can't just dump them in there unless you've got it boiling. I mean a roaring boil. So we're going to put a little bit in at a time. So I got kind of thrown out of the kitchen. Because I can't stop. Whenever she puts a batch of shrimp out, I just can't stand there and watch it. I have to eat them. Oh boy, here they come. If you want to eat Philippine food, which I love the Philippine food. A lot of people don't have a hard time adapting to it, especially with the rice thing. But I love the rice, never loved it in my life, had a video on it. Now I eat rice every day, which I need to lighten up on it a little, but it's their main staple, and I do. The way they have it, you have to eat it sometime. You won't understand what I'm talking about. It's a sticky rice. They all make it the same. It all comes out the same. Island after island after island. And I love it. They don't even understand why I'm putting soy all over my rice. Soy sauce. And she loves cooking. What a lucky foodie I am. And their house is kind of tore apart. Oh, her daughter's doing some, of course, TikToking. Very popular for them all doing TikToking here. It's a teen thing. getting the shrimp out without removing all the garlic chunks. She wants them in there. Because when we're done, then the corn will get dunked in there. And some potato stuff and make a potato type of soup. Well, we're getting to the end here. She's finishing setting things out on this little picnic table. Daughter's got her Royale coming out. Oh, a couple apple beers for us. Thank you. So we're going to sit down here and have our little snack. And I'm going to head home. She's going to stay here.